So all of that wasn't really AI in the sense that we just solved a search problem, basically. So the first examples, we split the input up, we vectorized it, we did an example search. Now let's actually use this. So again, I'm going to have my question answer template. Um, I'm going to have my cosine similarity to do those comparisons. I'm have my search functionality, except now I'm going to pull in this chat message to respond to a chat. But in order to know what to respond to in my loop where I have the chat going on, I'm going to search, get that chunk, and then I'm going to provide that chunk to the question answer template on the fly to get the correct answer. So now every time I'm not answering over the whole document, I'm just answering over the given chunk. Okay. So what is the review process like? Okay, blah, blah. And there you can see it matched to something. Looks like it matched to something in the document because it's talking about things that were in there. So that's an example of doing that search on the fly. Again, it can be very, very quick. However, there's a couple of downsides here that we want to take care of. One is our data is basically static in this case. And two, there's no sort of like everything's a one turn thing. So I can't I'm not actually saving any message history to give additional context. I'm not actually chaining anything together to provide extra functionality. So let's do a couple of those things now. The, example 5 is just a slight modification on the previous example, where here we're doing the same thing, except here what we're going to do is we're actually going to input a website. We're going to parse that website on the fly, and then answer questions about that website. So instead of having our data pre-computed, this would be like an on-the-fly AI search of a website to answer a question. So here, back to example 5. And you know what? Let's find a cool website like the Linux contribution guide instead of the Go contribution guide. So here's everybody's on the edge of their seat to learn how to contribute to Linux, right? So let's just go ahead and paste that in as our website. So now that website's going to get parsed. It's going to get split up into chunks. And now I can ask, how should patches be separated? Okay, cool. They should be separated into logical changes. How should I summarize my contribution? Okay, to summarize your contribution, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. So now I have this chatbot that can answer questions generally from a general website